Dude, what the fuck is going on? Hello? 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 Yo. What's up? What's up? Dude, I just went to the most shitty college Halloween party of my life. I just had to come back. I didn't even plan on streaming tonight, but I just had to come back and do something like... I just need to feel like my night wasn't worthless. Cause dude, I just wasted so much of my time. That was suicidal. Ah, well, there goes monetization on the stream. Yo. There's actually a lot of crazy shit going on. Like that whole Mr. Beast drama. There's good shit to talk about. Yo. Yo, shout out to fucking Troy Powers funding my cock. $5, what happened? Did my comment on your last stream ruin your career? Yeah, dude. Appreciate it. Thank you. Very much appreciated. I'll take all the shekels I can. I need to feel like my night wasn't worthless, dude. I just wasted so much time at that fucking shitty party. That was so bad. It was, you know, it was like the most stereotypical comedy movie you can think of, like with Jonah Hill or some shit, you know? The most dog shit music possible from bands you've never heard of in your life. Horrible house party. Actually, like, kill me. When are memberships coming? Dude, I feel like that would be embarrassing. Like, to have memberships on this channel, I feel like no one to subscribe and I would just look like a tard. Maybe when we get the channel a little bit bigger. But I appreciate it, you know, you want to fund my ass. My cock. Alright, come on, come on. You guys shit to get into. Ladies, gentlemen, and transgenders that we very much accept on this channel. We're starting off the stream horrible. Oh, yo, shout out to Troy Powers, another $5. Hopefully you don't refund them. I've never had that happen before. You know, back in the old days when I was a really small YouTuber, some kid accidentally donated like $500 or $400, some huge amount of money. I think he meant to only donate $4 or something, or $5, and accidentally hit 2 zeros. And he was begging me, he was emailing me, he was DMing me on Twitter, saying like, dude, I fucked up, please refund the money. And I'm like, what do you mean? Of course I didn't, but like, that's not my responsibility. You gotta call your bank, you gotta do the refunding. What do you expect me to do? Go out of my way to now like contact you, pay you the money back? Those are my shekels now, okay? So, just so everybody knows, if you donate me money, I will scam you. Troy Powers, $5. But seriously, what happened to the last item stream? What are you talking about? I don't know the last item stream. I haven't streamed about items in a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, though, thank you for coming out. We got some good shit to cover. The Lerix live channel, it's going great. Why the fuck are you streaming? There's good shit going on. There's good shit going on that I need to be explained. I hope. Can we get Diorio in the chat? Can we get Diorio to call in? I kind of need someone to explain to me the recent Mr. Beast drama. Hey, I'm gonna text Diorio. Hey, you were around and wanna call in to explain the Mr. Beast shit? Okay. I texted Nick Diorio, known for being overweight, but I don't know if he's gonna join. The big things are going, but recently, this is great. So just yesterday, we covered the super mega situation with Nickisnotgreen. It's a new video. Surprisingly, is this uniquely bad views for him? I'm not really sure on how his channel works, and how his views usually go, but I mean, he's a big fucking channel regardless, you know? Every upload seemingly seems to be on the 300 to 500K sphere in a decent amount of time. Like, he's big. And for a day ago to only have 100K, I don't know if that's a result to people kind of turning on him a little bit, but if it is, that's a good sign. Because as you do know, we can't see the dislikes here, but what I've been told with people using their mods so they can see the dislikes, this video has been ratioed by dislikes and everything, and the comment section is calling him out heavily. It's hilarious in how he is quick to call criticism harassment when him and his friends actively celebrated the backlash and verbally attacked Matt and Ryan. Top comment. And it's filled with shit like this. Great shit going on. Yo, look at all the shekels. I'm feeling like I'm a certain individual on an island. Thank you all very much for the donations. Rob's Media, $2. Who's the worst bread tuber in your opinion? Bread tuber? I'm not that familiar with bread tubers. Majority of them, I'm pretty sure, suck. This is a soy take for commentary, but I think Destiny is actually a really good channel, a really good, you know, he's pretty smart. He knows what he's talking about, which I know this community doesn't like a lot because he's a cuck and has an open relationship. So that's the instant, you know, description of him. But I think he relatively knows what he's talking about. He seems like a pretty smart guy. Worse though, fuck, I don't know. I mainly know lefty tubers, you know, the new wave of lefty tubers like Ethan is online, Nickisnotgreen. So I could tell you the worst out of that. Like Mr. Beardish. Mr. Beard doesn't seem to be as bad as Nickisnotgreen. Mr. Beard is kind of like the Ethan Klein of the lefty commentary space, you know? Ethan Klein recently has been kind of realizing the audience he has captured and leaned into the past couple of years, getting the extreme far left and how it's kind of eating him alive recently with his Hassan drama has been going on with leftovers. I feel like Mr. Beard kind of had that with the super mega situation because I had a few interactions with him on Twitter where he didn't completely co-sign everything Nick was saying and other people were saying. But of course he still had his soy takes saying like, you know, I do think Lex was assaulted even though there's no evidence or anything and she's a proven liar. But I feel like he's not as bad. Honestly, probably Nick. Nick is probably the worst, which is why I'm doing a big main video on him. Because he has a pattern of this. Appreciate the donation, though. Tana Sana. Take my shekels for the good memes on the Nickisnotgreen horseshit. Appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, Destiny is blue hair. I only pay attention because he likes Tom and Debate and Medicare. I think he's pretty, yeah, I do need a dislike extension. But, no, so he released this video, but new advancements have been going on after him getting shit on. And it seems to be that Lex republished her video after unlisting it a few weeks ago, initially saying that the reason that she unlisted it was because she didn't want her allegations to get any more attention because they served the purpose that she intended in the first place. Because if you remember, we just went over it yesterday, her initial statement in her description was saying that she only wanted a very small, minute group of people in her Twitter inner circle to know these allegations and to know this story and to essentially explain where she's been the past year, because apparently she was very inconsistent with her job, aka posting her pussy and OnlyFans pictures. You know, so that was her initial claim to just that she wanted those people to see it. But then what we see in this video, which was so funny, is that Nickisnotgreen admits that behind the scenes, Lex and Ethan is online, asked Nick to cover her allegations on his channel, which was insane to just catch her on a lie yesterday. Can can't really say it's that surprising, but I feel like I'm always surprised when people just blatantly lie over provable things, you know? But just recently, just yesterday or a few hours ago to my knowledge, she republished the video and added a new description explanation, deleting her old one, saying, "The last year and a half has been the worst times of my life." Boo-hoo. Boo-hoo, motherfucker. I mean, it's so pathetic trying to just really hone in on the sympathy votes. Been the worst time of my life. You tried to fucking destroyed Super Mega's credibility by falsely accusing them of covering up your sexual assaults that we don't even know what happened, you know? I was assaulted, and the people who I thought were my friends used their involvement to keep me quiet. So she's just going mask off, bitter, mad now. What a weird new approach where she's just very aggressive. Yo, shout out to the donations. Troy Powers, $5. I was referring to your stream on some random black lady telling iDubbbz to pay restitution to the black community. I don't see it on your channels. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I enlisted it or not. Get a haircut flatline streamer. Appreciate it. Appreciate all the shekels, guys. I'll be sure to do that. But because it benefited their YouTube channel. My silence has been an advantage to them, to my own detriment, leaving me suicidal and traumatized. Is her OnlyFans good? Someone ban that motherfucker. We don't want... This should not be my community. We don't want you in my community. Stop. Do not say that. That is horrible to say. But are we supposed to feel bad for you now? Aw, you're suicidal. Boo-hoo, motherfucker. Really? You're a proven liar who tried to destroy these guys and completely went out of your way to character assassinate them for no reason. It's very convenient that now you use the strategy of saying, guys, I was suicidal, after being called out on by Ryan for bringing up his suicidal friend for no reason. Because that had no relevance to your sexual assault, to your claims that they covered up your sexual assault. You only added in that part about Daniel, their friend who killed himself, just to further character assassinate. Yo, shout out to Tamer Nigel. If I'm pronouncing that right. $10. I can guarantee you that a real victim would not talk like she did. But my silence has been an advantage to them, to my own detriment, leaving me suicidal and traumatized, while also not even being able to tell the people closest to me what happened out of fear of telling on my friends. I can't do it anymore. Is this like your suicide note? I mean... Like, I just questioned myself, am I being too harsh, you know? Should I feel bad for this person? But no, this is all a strategy. These are all tactics. This is bullshit. I mean, let me look this up. What's her name? Lex Updog? Let's see this on her channel. Like, you're a proven liar. You claim that you only wanted your inner circle to see this, yet you asked your best friend of 700k subs to cover it on his channel. Come on, man. Let's see this, though. Yeah, her video is back up. Almost 500k views, man.
Have you ever kept a...
My experience with them. Is that all she said? This last year? Yeah. What a weird... You know, if I do have to give her any credit to maybe she actually... Rape W victim. What is going on? This I don't read the chat. If I do have to give her any credit where maybe she is suicidal, as if that even matters, man. As if that even matters. You can be suicidal and you could still be a piece of shit and, you know, reap what you sow for the shit that you've done. Like, oh no, we're supposed to feel bad that she's suicidal for the shit that people are giving her for being a proven liar and trying to ruin Super Mega's career over nothing. Oh no, you're now suicidal of the backlash you got off of being a piece of shit? I really feel bad for you. Like, really? But if I do have to give her credit, I mean, this is a very vague, weird description to add in new. That is very vague. It seems like you're trying to give the impression that that this is unironically the note, you know, and you're about to fucking hang yourself from the ceiling fan. Troy Powers, $2. Why would the stream be unlisted? The stream? What are you talking about? Sorry, I don't know what you're talking about. You're talking about the old stream? I don't know. Maybe I did it because I said something offensive. I don't know. But, this just, I mean, everything we've seen from her. She has given us it's not just me being uncharitable for no reason. Lex has given everyone every single reason to be uncharitable and to not to trust her. She's lied on multiple occasions. So now everything she does is going to be interpreted as a tactic. And I don't think it's too far-fetched to call this a tactic. And now being hyper-aggressive, I was assaulted, and the people who I thought were my friends used their involvement to keep me quiet about it because it benefited their YouTube channel. I hate having to repeat myself every stream or whatever, but the lack of empathy for Super Mega in this situation is just insane. That they were expected to completely cut off one of their friends after hearing that they apparently assaulted another one of their friends. That's an incredibly hard position to be put in. That you hear a horrible thing about one friend, and now you just expect them to cut them off cold turkey? Like, no, of course you're going to ask the person, hey, I heard this horrible story about you. Is this true? What's the real story? And if they gave you a different account and you're given two different stories of two people saying completely different things, what are you supposed to do? That's an incredibly hard situation. So, just call her and use your W-Riz to explain why false allegations are bad. That's actually a good point. I haven't thought of that yet. But yeah, I just said in the comments of this post, this is one of the most unlikable humans I've had the displeasure of covering. Unbelievable. I mean, yeah, this is unbelievable. Following the recent corrections and revelations regarding the Super Mega story, Lex has unprivated her video and updated the description and mentioned suicidal thoughts. And all this comes across as is bitter too. Her deciding to publish her video again all just comes across as bitter, that she was proven to be a proven liar, you know, and had malicious intent in this whole situation. And now she's like, fuck it. You know what? Put it back up. Put it back up. Ignore the past thing that I said, where my real intentions were just to show like a couple people to let them know. Ignore my other intentions of saying I don't really want to cancel them. Now we know. Yeah, this is all your intention is. You do just want to get that. You do just want to get Super Mega the most shit as possible by republishing. That's what this tells us. Unbelievable. Like, I almost feel like making a whole new main channel video just talking about this, because these recent responses from these people have been just so shocking. But yeah, that's the recent Super Mega update that just happened recently. But also, I wanted to talk about the recent Mr. Beast situation. Oh yeah, no. Dude, this is also what I saw. This is horrible. Go to fucking Boogie. I don't know if you've guys seen this. Boogie2988. Prepare yourself for this, because this is fucking rough. Is there a YouTube video on this? Did he upload this to his YouTube channel? This is fucked. Boogie2988. She faced her worst fears. I don't know what the fuck this is, but apparently he released this trailer for a documentary he's coming out with. And not only is it kind of depressing, but just like very disturbing. So check this out.
I'm a 48-year-old man in a fucking online space that's dominated by 20-year-old kids. I'm sick, I'm old, I'm fucking dying. I wake up every day and do the same.
Do you know how long it would be to wash your... Like, imagine how long it takes just to wash himself. Getting in between all of those rolls, that must suck. Like, that on its own, how is that not the motivation to just, you know, hit the treadmill? He's spending at least an extra 30 minutes to an hour in the shower. You know what I mean?
Same shit over and over again.
How is he still alive?
Expecting different results, and I never get them, but I'm just keep trying.
The creep.
Boogie2988, he's a legend of YouTube. He's been around forever. He's a fucking legend.
I thought it was one of the funniest things I'd ever seen. Like, I remember it.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? Look at you, I'm good at this. I can handle it. Go fuck yourself. He's 2988. He's 2988. His fall from grace is so catastrophic.
I'm asking for your help as we head into the holidays.
I need $7,000 a month. I'm not making $7,000.
Now
a
facing
month, and I
financial
have no-
ruin. What the fuck was that? Was that his girlfriend? I should not be replaying this.
And I have no.
Please don't tell me. Is that his kid girlfriend? Who at least looks like one? Not saying she is.
And I have.
Because that's his roles. That's not a paid actor. That's not just. That's not like stock footage. Ah. Is she a minor though? No, she's not a minor. I think she's like 18 or 20.
And I have no clue.
I'm not gonna lie though. I know everyone's like, you know what? If it's legal, it's legal. Who gives a fuck? 48 and 20? I don't know about that.
How to do it. And I made some money off of YouTube.
That's
last month, but I
fucked.
did not make enough without a sponsor or something. Like, this is
Oh shit, he's leaking the bank account? What is this? How much is this? How much he has left? Oh, he's still got 163K. Oh, is that his conventional mortgage? I'm retarded. I can't read this, dude. What does this mean? What does this mean? How much money's he got left? You know? That's what I'm trying to see here. If it's $2,000, that's bad. If it's $1,000, that's fucking homeless, nearly. $600, you're living in a cardboard box. If he's got 163K, he's chilling there. But
or something. Like, this is going to keep me from going out on the streets, right? Like,
I mean, something's got to attract that girl, you know? It's got to be. He's got to have some kind of money left, right?
this is going to keep me in the house.
So guys, can I introduce you to the love of my life?
Because I love him and just imagining a life without him is difficult.
I'm sorry. But this is such kid shit. How long have they known each other? How long have they been together? Less than a year? This much of a breakdown over someone you've known for less of a year? And let alone even talking about the lad right here, you know? But really? That's how it's stuff like that that makes it feel weird, you know? Because that's such 20 I say this as a 20-year-old, but it's such, not saying I'm above it, you know, I surely have my own bad moments, immature moments, but it's such a mark of immaturity to show this, you know?
Because I love
It's love, you just don't get it? True.
him and just
No, you're right, actually, I can't get it.
imagining a life without him is difficult.
I just, you know, I'm just missing what they have. That's what I'm missing. Dude, it gets so much worse too. It gets so much. Why? What is? I didn't see this part. Ew. Wait. What the fuck? Why is she wearing? She's a whore. What was that?
This is where I.
What is this? What is this? Is this just like some trailer trash girl he picked up on the side of the streets doing fucking heroin, injecting shit into her asshole? Contain your jealousy, man? Yeah.
I spend 6 to 8 hours a day trying to figure out how to save my career. My risk for stroke or heart attack is
Jesus Christ, man.
astronomical.
What is this? Okay, now I'm actually kind of curious. I almost want to watch this documentary when it comes out. What are these emotional moments? Is this going to reveal Boogie 9298 having cancer or something? And he's slowly dying? Well, we know he's dying, but... Why? What are these shots? Why? This is he like trying to show off? This feels like sophomore year of high school. Yeah, dude, I fucked that girl last night. This is pathetic. He's trying to show off his new whore, his new crack whore. Ew. We should meet? What is that? Oh, wait! Fuck! Get this shit off the screen. What is this? What are these DMs? Wait. Is this the pedophilia? Just want to let you know I'm always here for you. Hey, thanks. View photo. We should meet. Is this like their first DMs together? Is this the love story? From Discord mod to lover? Oh, what is that? Dude, God bless the fucking cameraman. You couldn't pay me anything. Oh, it just... Cancer.
And I hope to win your love and your views.
This is sad too. Why is it like just depressing seeing this fucking sad puppy human? His e-kitten came for him. Never say that again. What is this? $5. Tamer Nigel. I wonder if he wants Matthew Perry to play him in his BIPOC and that girl is trapped by a gravitational field. Appreciate the dono.
This is a guilt trip.
A lot of donos today. I appreciate it, guys.
And like he kind of shames people that don't watch his videos all the way to the end and shit.
The dark, sad life of Boogie. You kind of actually gotta give him some praise for not killing himself yet. I don't even say that to be mean. I feel like I wouldn't even have the confidence. Like, if my life was as pathetic or, like, just sad, I guess, as Boogie, I don't even think I would have the confidence to be able to acknowledge it as this. That's got to be such a sad state. Like, it's one thing to live a sad life. It's another thing to be able to be this self-aware about it and know how much of a loser you are. But hey, in the grand scheme of overweight people like Boogie, mentally ill people, I mean, at least he's got like an online platform and seemingly decent money, so I mean, he's just like very mentally ill, I assume. Kind of sad. The girlfriend parts are like, come on, man. October 31st, we will be watching. I should watch that on stream. I should. That would be really good. No, I think I made a comment on this. This is actually really depressing to watch. Jesus, man. Props to whoever did the cover. But yeah, unironically, the music actually did add a lot to his good cover. But damn, dude, get your life together. This is rough. Yeah, it's just kind of sad watching. But I had to bring that up. This is horrible. Wait, what the fuck? I didn't know there's more to it. I might get taken down for this. Okay, but the main thing I wanted to cover today for stream is the Mr. Beast situation going on with that crazy girl. Roseanne something? Now, I don't know the logistics of any of this. I'm finding this out live. I'm wanting to figure out the situation. But is it as insane as I'm thinking? Because I've seen tweets like this from this Rosanna girl saying, when I asked for the raw footage, Mr. Beast went radio silent. And then the Wavy Web search, why does this tweet look like a screen that would pop up when the History Channel UFO hunters? And I've had other people like say like she's treating this like a Me Too allegation and that she was raped, you know? So let me go over this. This should be a lot to go over. If there's a good video I can watch on this, please let me know too. Let me see, like Mr. Beast Rosanna. Is there a good video on this? that I can watch. Spill sesh, kill me before I watch a spill sesh video. Yeah, I'm not gonna watch H3 too. But is there like a good video I can watch on this? A Tozy? Maybe a Tozy might be pretty reliable. Oh shit, no, Boblax. Okay, cool. Boblax is actually a good source for this. Here, let's check this out. Twitter versus Mr. Beast and Rosanna Pansino.
The 14 million
Alright, let's check this out.
sub YouTuber Rosanna Pansino took issue with the Mr. Beast video she participated in 2 years ago, when 2 days ago she tweeted out,
Watch Tom's video. Did Tom do a good video on this? Tom Dark. Did he do good? Okay, cool. He did a 10-minute video.
I've seen many.
Let me check this out.
So since like the beginning of his channel, people have been trying to call out Mr. Beast and like expose him for something. As of yet, they have yet to find anything genuinely, you know, terrible about him. They keep trying. And this most recent attempt is like one of the funniest of all time. It's just like crazy. Like this person that made this post legitimately might have something wrong with themselves. They have a screw loose. So this person—
And do you know what the weird thing is too? This Rosanna girl, I thought she was some random spurg. 900K on Twitter. That's insane.
Is called Rosanna Pansino, and from what I understand, she's a YouTuber. She's on the Food Network, and she's a New York Times best-selling author, so she's quite accomplished. And if you go to her channel, she has 14.5 million subscribers now.
What the fuck? 14 million? Who is this woman? Jesus, man.
I've never even heard of this person in my life. I have no idea what she does, but apparently she's like a baker or something, an accomplished baker. She does something good with her channel. I don't really care about what she does. What's important is the fact that she's calling out Mr. Beast. I have been allowing others to treat me poorly in private for many years, and I'm fed up. I'm going to start standing up for myself and finding my voice. Mr. Beast lied and edited me out of the top 3 in Creator Games 3. I had participated in Creator Games 1 and 2 and was
So she was edited out of Mr. Beast's video. Now, if you haven't seen Mr. Beast, everyone's at least saw like one Mr. Beast video, you know? Mr. Beast does a lot of shit. He has a ton, hours and hours of footage, but he cuts it up very concise just to get like the main points of the video across. And he makes like, I'm pretty sure like majority 10 to 15 minute length videos. So a lot of things get cut out. And this girl is this fucking salty over essentially getting her part cut out. Is that essentially the whole drama? I did see this tweet from Quebblecop, which is a very extremely rare Quebblecop W. But he said, once I lost in the Creator Games, yeah, here, Drama Alert says, Mr. Beast accused of rigging his Creator Games video by YouTuber Rosanna Pansino. Rosanna claims she was cut out of the top 3 and the original winners were Zach Quackity and herself. And Quebblecop says, I once lost in the Creator Games too. Didn't complain, didn't take it to Twitter. Just learned from it and moved on. If you're mad you didn't make the cut, then you should have, then you should have just won. No one to blame but yourself. Wait, but to be fair, now that I'm rereading this again, I'm getting a little bit more context. If Rosanna claims she was cut out of the top 3 and the original winners were Zach Quackity and herself, if she was in the top 3 and Mr. Beast replaced her to kind of essentially fake the video, I can actually see that being a legitimate concern. Because then you have an actual reason to say, oh, like a legitimate criticism to say Mr. Beast is now faking his videos. And, you know, it's not the most serious thing in the world, and definitely she's over-exaggerating it to a huge extent. But I mean, if he's faking his videos, that's a fair critique at the end of the day, you know? So if that's what she's saying, then I think that's decently fair, but let's see.
Years, and I'm fed up. I'm going to start standing up for myself and finding my voice. Mr. Beast lied and edited me out of the top 3 in Creator Games 3. I had participated in Creator Games 1 and 2 and was excited to be a part of YouTube's Creator Games 3, hide and seek at SoFi Stadium. After filming had wrapped up, I truly couldn't believe how well I did the competition and was proud of what I had achieved. I had placed 3rd. When the video was released, I was shocked and felt hurt. Mr. Beast, Jimmy, had edited the video to make me look like I performed worse than I did. This was extra upsetting because I genuinely believed him when he said that his videos are authentic and real. Wow, really? You believed that the guy who does like blowing up a tank and $1 house versus $1 million house is like authentic and real? I mean, he's like the most popular YouTuber in the world. Like everything he does is partially scripted. There's skits in the videos. There's a ton of planning. Like, what do you mean authentic and real? Is he like a political commentator where he needs to be like trying to report the truth? I was
Okay, to be fair, I think Tom is being a little disingenuous here, though. Like, of course, yeah, at the end of the day, it's not a big deal, but it's still a fair critique to say that, hey, Mr. Beast, you're faking your shit. I mean, that was the problem with the prank channels, you know? I mean, it's not a huge deal if prank channels were faking their shit. But, I mean, if they were lying about it or they were giving the impression that, hey, you know, I'm doing something that's real, and then turns out that it wasn't, that's a fair criticism. And, I mean, I'm not too familiar with Mr. Beast, but to my knowledge, I thought his videos were real. I thought that's what part of the reason why he's so popular is because he has a lot of money, so he can do real shit, you know? I mean, let's take a look at fucking Mr. Beast's channel in the first place. The kind of videos he does are very large scale, saying, 1 versus $100 million house. Like, yeah, maybe it's a little bit exaggeratory, where it's not, he's literally not staying in a $100 million house that's plated with gold like we see in the thumbnail. But at the end of the day, what we're expecting to see is Mr. Beast to live and compare a very cheap house to a very expensive house. I think that's a fair thing to acknowledge that, hey, I think like that's authentic. Like, that should be authentic. That part should be real, right? I mean, doesn't Jimmy brand himself as being real? I've never seen Mr. Beast ever say anything like, yeah, he's kind of just like a scripted fake guy. From everything I've kind of seen from him, he's seen genuine. Honestly, I'm not that informed on him, but YouTube isn't real. What does that even mean? It's all for entertainment? I mean, yeah, in a sense, but you gotta admit, it's disingenuous if you present yourself one way and you end up faking your content. I mean, that's a fair criticism, though. You gotta admit that. I mean, of course, I'm not completely siding with this bitch, and I think she took it way too far. But let's acknowledge reality. I think Tom is being a little disingenuous here.
Me look like I performed worse than I did. This was extra upsetting because I genuinely believed him when he said that his videos are authentic and real. Wow, really? You believed that the guy who does like blowing up a tank and $1 house versus $1 million house is like authentic and real? I mean,
yes. Is that far-fetched? He's saying it very smug and just obvious. Like, yes. Like, oh, really? You thought that this would be real? What a dipshit. I mean, kind of. I mean, let's go to him blowing up a tank. Or, let's see his train versus giant pit video.
I just bought this train, and it is currently barreling full speed towards that giant pit over there. We're also crashing countless cars, blowing up thousands of sticks of real dynamite, and even putting 10 jet engines on a car, just to show you the most insane experiments of all time. Starting with filling a house with over 100,000 fireworks.
Like, given that intro that Mr. Beast just gave, if the whole video ended up you're being autistic about this, you're triggering the fuck out of me. No. Listen to fuck what I'm saying. If the way Mr. Beast just presented his video, if this video ended up being all CGI and he didn't actually do any of the things he just said, I would be disturbed by this. Disturbed. Okay, that's a cringe word. I would be, that would be like kind of annoying. I'd be like, okay, you're just kind of like faking your shit. You're just faking your shit. I mean, that kind of sucks. You know? I mean, it's not that's the thing. Nothing has to be the most high big deal. This is the problem with people in the community. Not everything has to be rape allegation, huge thing. There can be smaller critiques of people and them still being legitimate and not being the end of the world. So yes, like Mr. Beast, I would expect him to do the things he just explained in the intro. It's all AI. Yeah, I feel like if it was AI, that would be disingenuous because he's not presenting it as AI. He's presenting it as real life that he's about to do these things. So I think that's fair to assume that it's going to be real. I'm not being autistic on this.
He's like the most popular YouTuber in the world. Like, everything he does is partially scripted. There's skits in the videos.
Yeah, something can be partially scripted, but at the same time, parts of it will still be real. You know, you can have scripted parts, but also not lie about what you're doing.
There's a ton of planning. Like, what do you mean authentic and real? Is he like a political...
I think you know what she means. Sorry, I'm getting a little triggered. You know what she means when she's saying authentic and real, right? I didn't think I would be defending this girl, but...
commentator where he needs to be like trying to report the truth. I was under the impression his goal is to make
I literally thought dude was a millionaire enough to do almost everything he says in his videos. Me too. That was part of the reason why I thought Mr. Beast was big. I mean, I feel, didn't everyone kind of think that? Yeah. Like when, like that one, like there is one video that I did see by him. It's when he buried himself alive. Like he legitimately buried himself alive, to my knowledge, unless it was fake and CGI completely. Where he put dirt on it like a coffin, and he stayed in there for 50 hours. You know. So if that ended up being all CGI and fake, I think that's a fair critique to point it out on.
Entertaining YouTube videos. He edited the video to make it look like the final 3 people were Lerix, Logan Paul, and Zach King. The final 3 people were actually Zach, Quackity, and myself. For the entire duration of filming, we all wore earpieces connected to walkie-talkies. They would announce in our ears when someone had been found or when we had to move hiding spots. If we didn't move, you were immediately disqualified. While I was still hiding, they announced they had found Logan Paul. I can't believe I outlasted him. He's a fierce competitor. It was getting really late. We filmed for over 24 hours straight, and they eventually offered me money to come out of hiding and quit. I declined. I had been counting the eliminations, and I was currently in 4th place, with Lerix, Quackity, Zach, and myself still remaining. Jimmy asked us to move hiding spots again to the side of the stadium with the mannequins. It was at this time that I was found in transition, moving to my next hiding spot. When Jimmy found me, he brought me to the field to be with the others that had also been found. I thought I had placed 4, however, Lerix had fallen asleep and didn't move in a long time, so he was disqualified. This meant I got 3rd place. When I arrived to the field, I saw Matt, Pat, and Logan there because they were seekers now. Jimmy said he was going to go look for Zach and asked if anyone wanted to go join him. I offered to help him, but he said he wanted to take Logan instead. So I hung back to start looking for Zach in a different direction with Matt Pat. I placed 3rd, Quackity placed 2nd, and Zach placed 1st. This is what actually happened. Despite Jimmy editing out the only female in the top 3, I was proud of what I had achieved.
Yeah, like this girl is very cringe in the way she talks. But if Mr. Beast disingenuously represented what happened, and the participants, which are real people and not paid actors like her apparently, if she also wasn't in on the gig, then I feel like that's fair to be like, hey man, what the fuck? You presented me to look worse than how I actually performed. That's kind of annoying. Of course, it's not any big deal, but it's just like a little annoying, you know? How would you feel if you were invited to do some live competition on like Nickelodeon, live on TV, you know? And then afterwards, you watch the recording of yourself, and instead they faked the whole thing, and you were never in on the gig. And you actually got 3rd place, and instead they made you look like you lost in like 6th place. That would be a little fucking annoying, you know? Because you go home, you tell your people, hey, you know, I didn't do the best, but you know, I got 3rd place, and then they end up seeing they got owned. Excuse my yawn, kill yourself.
So keep in mind, this is now turning into like a sexism allegation, basically, right? Mr. B.
That's called television, baby? Yeah, but that's not a good thing, you know? That may be the industry. But if they're not in on the gig, that's not a good thing. Why didn't she say anything when the video came out? How long has it been? When was the video coming out? I don't know. Do you think she's lying? Is that what you're saying? Well, what does she expect to come of this? Yeah, I don't know either. I don't either. That's the thing. I'm not on this bitch's side. I think this girl is majority in the wrong. But I'm just saying, it is a fair thing. It's been 2 years. Okay, that's a little insane. If it's been 2 years and this has been on your mind for this long, that's pretty funny. But regardless of how long it's been, regardless, it still seems to be a fair critique, is what I explained. But we'll see.
Beast is sexist because he didn't say that a woman won the hide-and-seek game at SoFi Stadium, despite Jimmy editing out the only female in the top 3. Guys, female representation is just not enough, okay? I only have 14 million subscribers on my YouTube channel, and frankly, as a woman, I'm entitled to win and be shown that I won in this YouTube video and have more of a spotlight. I followed the rules of the game, gave it my all, had fun, and never gave up. They can't take that away from me. Well, now, you've taken it away from yourself, because instead of just appreciating the fact you got to be in a massive YouTube video and have a ton of fun, instead, you decided to complain about the fact
she put out a music video today. Coincidence? I think not. Is that true? That does look pretty bad on her. That does look pretty bad if that's true.
that Mr. Beast edited it.
Especially if it's like a year, 2 years old. That timing is very fucking convenient.
To make it look like you lost. And if you actually watch this video on YouTube, which you can watch right now, and if you actually look for this video on YouTube, it's called Extreme $1 Million Hide and Seek. And you can see Logan Paul right there hanging off of a building. And if you watch the video, basically the entire thing is dedicated to them playing hide and seek in SoFi Stadium. Here we can see Logan Paul hiding. And if you actually watch this video from Mr. Beast and you watch the part where she gets caught, like it is a pretty boring moment where she gets caught. Like she's not really doing anything interesting. She's just walking out in the open when they catch her. This is her hiding, I believe, and then we get to see her moving, they catch her, and that's it. Like, the hide and seek game is over. So it's kind of obvious to me why they edited her out, and it's not because she's a woman. It's not because, you know, of her gender. It has nothing to do with that, because she wasn't being interesting. Like, she was trying to play the game, but she wasn't being particularly creative. Meanwhile, Logan Paul, he's hiding in a freezer. That is genuinely interesting, and the reason he did that is because he knows that above all else, what you have to do in these videos is be entertaining, not just, you know, try to win the game. And here she is, mad about the fact.
Okay, that's fair. Like, that's a fine thing to say, you know, is that that's a fine justification to give Mr. Beast that, hey, you know what, the reason why we kind of flipped the script on what really happened for the video, like we kind of tweaked it a little bit for the video's sake and changed the order of events, is because Logan Paul was just more entertaining than you at the end of the day. That's a fair justification, but I feel like it's just, it would be more genuine if Mr. Beast would have been upfront with that from the get-go. Does that make sense? You know? Because at the end of the day, I mean, you guys gotta agree with this. It would be annoying if you got invited to a TV show or a Mr. Beast video, you got third place, and then they end up making you seem like you did worse than how you actually performed on the final cut for the video, just because you weren't entertaining enough. Especially if you weren't in on the gig and didn't know how these things worked, and you weren't told that if you weren't entertaining enough, then they would dishonestly change the script for the video. That would be annoying. You guys gotta agree with this. Play the video. You're spurging right now. You kill yourself.
Fact that I guess like people don't recognize that she got third place in hide and seek. Like, do you not have enough going on in your life that your ego needs to be like artificially boosted by the fact that you won hide and seek?
That's the thing, though.
Like,
it's very easy to dismiss everything she's saying because at the end of the day, all you kind of have to say is, dude, you're like a grown woman. Why the fuck do you care about your performance on a hide and seek game? You know? Which, to be honest, that's kind of fair too. But that's what makes her look the worst, is that you can easily dismiss anything she's saying.
That's genuinely what you need to people to recognize. And then she brings up this clip where she says, a year ago, Quackity talks about getting second place in Creator Games 3. This video is in English where he confirms that he was edited out of the top 3 as well.
So I ended up being in third place. I ended up being in third place because they found me. But Lorray was in that video and Lorray was asleep. So I was technically second place. So I was the second place in that.
But it's like, Quackity's not mad. Like, this is just him talking about it. Quackity isn't like trying to support your attempt to cancel Mr. Beast. Quackity is like a successful content creator. You, on the other hand, seem to be salty about the fact that you didn't get seen as like the woman who won Creator Games for whatever reason. Like, does this really matter? Are you actually angry about this? Does this matter in any regard? Oh, he edited me out. Like, I'm not for lying. Lying is not.
That's the annoying part too. You know what I mean? If she would have brought this up initially when the video first came out a year ago, if she would have just brought this up subtly on stream, you know, and someone clipped it up saying like, yeah, I saw the new Mr. Beast video and he cut out my part to make me look worse than I actually performed, and that's pretty annoying. But I mean, hey, at the end of the day, it's whatever. It's hide and seek at the end of the day. But it was kind of annoying because I thought Mr. Beast videos were more genuine, but it seems like he goes more for entertainment as opposed to what really happened in the, like, for the story or how people actually performed and placed, you know? If she would have just been calm about it and said it subtly and didn't treat it like this huge big deal Me Too allegation that she is right now on Twitter and spurging crazy about it, it would be so much easier to defend her, you know? But she makes it so easy to shit on her because she's treating this like way bigger of a deal than what it actually is. When at the end of the day, she has seemingly a fair critique, you know? That Mr. Beast did kind of fake one of these videos. But she's treating it like a fucking sexual assault.
Not cool, but like the Creator Games hide and seek, like this is what you're mad about not being recognized for. This process all has been overwhelming and a lot to process today. I was scared to tell my story for a long time because of how much hate others have gotten in the
yeah, this is the problem when you speak like this. I was scared to tell my story for a long time. Where else do you see, like, there's only one other place in the world where you see this kind of wording. It's in an allegation about rape. It's when someone's talking about coming out with their allegation against Epstein or Cosby. That's the only time you hear this kind of wording. So, yeah, she's doing herself such a disservice.
Past for speaking up about their own experiences. What the f are you even talking about? You're talking about this like you got raped, okay? You're talking about this like you got sexually assaulted. You got edited out of a YouTube video that you yourself agreed to be in under no promise that you would be like seen as like the star of the video, right? You probably just weren't entertaining. If you had done something entertaining, then you would have been shown more in the video. You were probably
Tom isn't being fair enough though. Tom isn't being fair enough. He's being a little bit too unfair to her though. I mean, if you're going into a video, if you were invited to a video, you're expected the real events of what happened in the video to be represented correctly and honestly. Unless you were told beforehand that, hey, you know what? Unless you were told by Mr. Beast that, hey, you know what? We're just doing stuff for entertainment. So just try to be as entertaining as possible. But the real events that happen in the story, they necessarily aren't going to be the same in the video because we go for entertainment. That's what Mr. Beast should have said as a disclaimer. But I think it is very normal to assume that if you perform and if you get third place in a competition, you should be shown to get third place in the final cut of the video. I think that's fair. Tom isn't being that fair to, look at that side of things.
Right? You probably just weren't entertaining. If you had done something entertaining, then you would have been shown more in the video. You were probably boring. In the 3 hours since posting my story, I have received at least 3 other messages from female.
Her footage was probably not so good. I know. Okay, Luna, Lizzie, you're triggering the fuck out of me. I know. That's fine. That's fine. Her part probably wasn't entertaining at all. And that's probably why they shift the story to make it seem like Logan Paul performed better than her. But at the end of the day, it's still disingenuous to try to make her seem like she performed worse than how she actually did in the final cut of the video. That is a fair critique. I don't know how do you not see that?
Creators.
That is a fair thing to call out.
Similar experiences with Mr. Beast and those around him. So now, once again, she's trying to push this like sexism angle, which is blatantly not true in my eyes. There's no evidence for that. And like clearly. Wait,
sorry, I missed that. What's the
story? I have received at least 3 other messages from female creators who have had similar experiences with Mr. Beast and those.
Dude, oh, this girl. Yeah, no, fuck this girl, though. Fuck this girl completely. Look at the way she's talking. In the hours since posting my story, I've received at least 3 other messages from female creators who have had similar experiences with Mr. Beast and those around him. You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing, man. This girl is what, 36, 38? Fuck you. No one talks like this, aside if you're talking about a sexual assault.
So now, once again, she's trying to push this like sexism angle, which is blatantly not true in my eyes. There's no evidence for that. And like clearly, okay, there's nothing going on here with Mr. Beast being a sexist. You just weren't entertaining. If you go to his video, you actually look up this video, okay? Here's the other creator games that she's also in. Bella Porch, a woman, is in the thumbnail. Here's I hunted 50 YouTubers for $100,000, not by Beast, but there's women in the thumbnail and it has 19 million views. Like the YouTube audience clicks women. The YouTube audience is not sexist against women. And Mr. Beast, as someone who wants to deliver a good product and get people to click his videos, is not going to be sexist, okay? Because he knows that people like to click both genders. His videos need to be as relatable as possible. That will be their story to tell if they choose to, but it is making me realize that I am not as alone as I once thought I was. Also, unbeknownst to me, Quackity also told the same story.
I'm not alone as once I thought I was. God. Yeah, but this makes me now say, dude, it was hide and seek. It was a hide and seek video. How is your pussy this sore over this, you know?
Previously on a live stream, he was confused.
She's making herself impossible to defend. That's the problem with this girl.
Why they edited him out of the top 3. Thank you all for the immense support. Words cannot describe how empowering and healing the last 24 hours has been. Healing! Really? It's healing? You dumb bitch. It's healing you? What the f are you saying, dude? What are you saying? It's healing? You're fine, okay? You're fine. You got to be in a Mr. Beast video, an opportunity that most people would literally kill someone for. Most people would push a homeless person down a flight of stairs to be in a Mr. Beast video. And you're mad about the fact that he edited it to make it look like you weren't in the top 3? Who cares? Literally, no one should care about this. Like, you are a loser for caring about this at all. Then you got this guy. She's posting this TikTok.
Mr. Beast lied in his Creator Games video.
No! He lied in Creator Games? Guys, Mr. Beast is an asshole.
Xana Panzino played...
Okay, fine. Okay, that's the thing with Tom, though. I mean, it is a legitimate thing to point out if he did lie. Tom is so based. Okay, but he's being a little bit too much, though. It is a legitimate thing to call out if Mr. Beast did lie about his video. But also, these people are soaring out over it to such a high extreme. It just makes it so funny and makes them so easily, it makes it so easy to clown on them for this. Because, like, Mr. Beast, it's like the John Swan lied meme. It's like, yeah, John Swan, he did something, he lied, and that's a bad thing. But then people, like, soy out over it way too high of an extreme. Like, he lied. Like, come on.
Third place in the SoFi Stadium hide-and-seek game, but in the video, it was Logan Paul as third, Lorray as second, and Zach King as first. Lorray fell asleep, so he was disqualified, but she beat out Logan Paul. He was not in top 3. And even though Zach King was crowned the winner of the hide-and-seek game, there was a YouTube contract signed with the stadium that stated that you had...
Sorry. To believe that Mr. Beast's videos are real is like believing the WWE is real. I'm not... Lerix, you were sounding like that guy 5 minutes ago. Good one. Am I retarded? I'm not that familiar with Mr. Beast's videos. But like, be honest with me. Did you guys think that Mr. Beast's videos were fake? Everything I've seen from Mr. Beast... I thought that was the appeal of him, that he was doing crazy shit and it was real. What do you mean? Isn't the stuff he does is real? Of course they're exaggeratory, as I mentioned earlier. Like, he may have paid for some blind people to get their sight back. It may have not been 1,000 people, but we can expect by looking at this thumbnail that he paid for some blind people to, like, you know, get some treatment. I feel like that's just true. Not fake, it just has an outline like most film projects do. Yeah, but there's a huge difference between scripting out a couple things in a video and overall faking the video. Some theatrics, but I thought it was mostly real. Exactly. So I think it's disingenuous to be like for people to act like believing that Mr. Beast's videos were real. You must be retarded for believing they're real. Because a lot of them, they are real. He's actually doing the things he's saying he does. It's just, you know, played up a little bit. But it's not like they're fake. That's all I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Had to try to beat and very easily...
Did he actually pay an assassin to kill him? You're so dishonest. No, you are being so dishonest with that comment. I'm not even gonna soy out over this because that's such a retarded thing to say.
Accessible places, and he violated the contract because not only did he hide in a place that was not easily...
Why are these people, like, vouching for this stadium contract? Who fucking cares, okay? Who actually cares? Is the point of these videos to be, like, a genuine competition that's, like, the most athletic, the most specific, like, oh, we're doing drug testing for this competition? Like, it's not the UFC, okay? This is not, like, a real game. This is hide and seek. It's a children's game that adults are playing to make entertaining YouTube videos. The fact that this is even a problem for this person is insane. Now, if you go to this video, which is a $1 million influencer tournament, you scroll down. This is not even the same video, but this comment 17 hours ago was 1,000 likes saying, Rosanna deserves that third place. How dare you treat someone as sweet as her the way you did? What did he do?
Okay,
how did he treat her poorly? She just didn't win, okay? On paper, she didn't win.
That's the problem with these people. I feel like this is the problem with every drama, is that you have a fair critique at first, but then you make yourself and you make your side look so retarded that you completely destroy any other fair criticism you have because of how stupid you represent your arguments inside. I feel like that happens so much, where you make yourself indefensible.
Sorry that your ego was not validated by getting 3rd place in a video made for children, okay? Unacceptable behavior. Publicly apologize if you're in the wrong. This story is much worse than is being led on right now. Stay tuned. Like, this is just, like, nothing. Like, what? How is this the allegations thing, right? Like, previously with allegations, it was like, oh, YouTuber does something genuinely terrible, okay? And that's what they're being accused of. At the very least, that's the accusation. There's, like, some gravity to it. With this, it's like, Mr. Beast edited a person out of his video. Am I really supposed to care about this? Like, correct me if I'm wrong, audience members, okay? Should anyone care about this? I think no. The only reason they should care is because I'm making a YouTube commentary video about it. And listen, Mr. Beast, I know you're a big fan. Rosanna, I know you're a big fan. You guys, come on the podcast, okay? Let's work things out. Just hit me up. Rosanna, I will be editing you out. I'll be replacing you with an AI version of yourself to make you look even worse. Because frankly, I think that's what needs to happen as a result of the way that you're acting right now. This is stupid. Nothing bad happened to you. You're fine. Don't care.
Yeah, okay. I mean, that was a pretty good video. Mainly, I agree with Tom. I just think he should have been at least a little bit more charitable to the side, because in this whole video, he didn't even acknowledge the fact that inherently, like initially what Rosanna was saying is a fair critique, and that, you know, if Mr. Beast did misrepresent what actually happened here, it is a fair thing to call out. But at the same time, she just made herself look fucking ridiculous in the way she went about it. That's the problem. But I think he should have been more honest to the other side. But overall, good video. I wanted to see the exact statements made by her, though, from Boblax's video. I know people were saying, oh, I cucked Boblax for fucking Tom. No, I still want to watch this video. Because I want to see the exact things that Rosanna said.
I've been allowing others to treat me poorly in private for many years, and I'm fed up. I'm going to start standing up for myself and finding my voice.
Okay,
Mr. Beast lied and edited me out of the top 3 and created tweet of someone sharing a Quackity clip where she says, "Thank you for sharing this clip. I hadn't seen it before. Quackity indeed got 2nd place. I don't know why they edited him out of the top 3 as well." This clip was posted by Cooney and they say, "I want to give veracity to the story. Quackity on May 22nd, 2022 told the same story, but in Spanish on the Rubis Twitch channel. I'm going to leave the translation below. And since this is an English channel and I don't understand Spanish, I'm going to skip over the actual clip and just read out the translation that Cooney made. But if you do understand Spanish..."
Cooney? That's his name? What's worse to pronounce this name as? Cooney or Cunny? That's just horrible.
And just want to hear the clip.
What a horrible name to call yourself.
We'll leave it linked in the top of the description below. But for those of us who only understand English, Cooney helps translate it to Quackity saying, "It was in an American football stadium, and let me tell you what happened. I was hiding in the stadium for like a good 12 hours. There was Logan Paul."
So what the fuck is this music, Boblax? It's just like this hype up, like Rocky music.
Porch. Who else? Everyone. So what happened is that it was for $1 million. I was one of the last 3 left. And do you know what happened? I was running through the stadium and Nolan saw me. Nolan found me and ran. Thanks to him, I was secondly. Because there was 3 of us left. First, they took me out, and there were 2 left. And then they found another, and there was only 1 left. It turns out that the one who remained was asleep on the 2nd floor. And the 2nd floor was already prohibited. Then it was me and another. Rose Malay responds to this by saying, "Mr. Beast makes short videos of challenges that last for days. What's new?" He explained all of this in his video, nothing to see here. If there was an editing mistake and she actually got 3rd instead of 4th, it doesn't matter. The Lorray thing had to be explained like how it is. Mr. Beast says Logan Paul was found 1 minute before Zach, who won, so it likely all happened really fast. This is a giant fucking nothing burger. Rosanna then responds by saying, "Logan Paul was found while I was still hiding. This was hours before Zach was found. Mr. Beast lied." Rosanna
It literally is like the John Swan meme. Mr. Beast lied, people died.
Then posts that clip of Quackity again and says, "My story was previously confirmed by Quackity. Someone on Twitter let me know that he talked about it on a stream and was also confused as to why he was edited out of the top 3. Video was in Spanish." Rosanna then retweets Popcrave's coverage of her story and JustJared.com's coverage of her story, and then tweets out, "Thank you for making me feel not alone. This has all been overwhelming and a lot to 3rd place in hide and seek." Rosanna then quote tweets Keem and says,
here.
Starling quote tweets her and says, "Her statements are written like a Me Too statement. She's talking about not getting credit from Mr. Beast for her getting 3rd place in hide and seek."
I mean, yeah, that's just true. She's literally writing this like
Rosanna then quote tweets Keem and says, "Ah yes, downplaying women's survival stories to throw a jab on Twitter. Stay classy, Keem."
She said this in response. Yeah, dude. She's the type of girl where you don't even want, even if I can defend her a little bit, she's the type of bitch where you don't want to defend her at all. She's so unlikable. downplaying women's survival stories to throw a jab on Twitter. Give me a fucking break.
Keem means I've finally made it. She then edits her post to say, ah yes Keem, downplaying me too to throw a jab on Twitter. Pretty low, even for you. Means I've finally made it, I suppose. Someone then made a response to her which was deleted.
Means I've made it. Just talk so cringe.
But I assume it's asking about the edit she made because she responded to that tweet by saying, I'm not talking about that. Keem is downplaying the Me Too movement. I agree I was not comparing them. I clarified the tweet. Franny reacts to all
He's downplaying the Me Too movement. What a statement.
Downplaying the Me Too movement. I agree I was not comparing them. I clarified the tweet. Franny reacts to all of this with a picture of a guy that's meant to represent Rosanna, smiling at the statement. I got third place in a Mr. Beast video and he edited it differently, versus her with a disappointed face when she finds out that nobody is giving a flying fuck about it. She then responds by saying, you cared enough to make a graphic. Thanks.
Why is she like talking to these spurgs? This girl is a 14 million subscriber YouTuber and has 900k on Twitter. Why is she even wasting her time responding to random fucking spurgs with 18 likes? What are you doing? What are you doing?
She then shares this TikTok that says, Mr. Beast lied about Rosanna Pizzino, and she says, pretty much.
Mr. Beast lied in his Creator Games video. Rosanna
The fucking music.
Panzino placed third place in the SoFi Stadium hide and seek game, but in the video it was Logan Paul as third, Lerix as second, and Zach King as first. Lerix fell asleep so he was disqualified, but she beat
Mr. Beast stuck it in.
out Logan Paul. He was not in
Without
top
asking.
3. And even though Zach King was crowned the winner of the hide and seek game, there was a YouTube contract signed with the stadium that stated that you had to try to be in very easily accessible places. And he violated the contract because not only did he hide in a place that was not easily accessible, while they were trying to find him, MatPat noticed that there was literally damage.
Yo, by the way, I saw MatPat in the new Five Nights at Freddy's movie. By the way, Five Nights at Freddy's movie is dog shit. Don't waste your money. Actually, one of the worst films I've seen in such a long time. But the one good moment is that MatPat, I'm spoiling it for all of you motherfuckers, MatPat appears for like 5 seconds of the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. That's the best. That's the best part of the whole movie.
And things falling from
the whole movie theater just soyed out as soon as MatPat came on screen. Unironically, the biggest cheer in the theater was when MatPat came on screen. That gives you everything you need to know.
Ceiling, nobody wanted to check up there because again, that would be a violation. So creators just chalked it up to people doing construction on the roof. And the only person who hid longer than she did in the challenge was Quackity. So why would Jimmy and his team lie about something so simple? And then also, if this allegation is true and he really did lie about this, video structure was so harmless and simple and done for charity. If he lied on such a harmless video, what else is he lying
What
about?
else is he lying about? See, yeah, this is the problem with these people. They're so cringe in the way they go about it. If he lied about this, what else has he?
You know, gives away these cars. He really gives away all
Is
this
this
money.
her?
It's real, it's real, it's
And
real.
then the sad piano. Like,
It
these people
wasn't
are
real.
comical. They're like a parody of themselves, of like the most funny, ironic commentary channel.
I was top 3, and he edited it to be all men.
He lied to us.
Complicated LP
He
then
lied.
responds to her with another clip of Quackity talking about the situation from a year ago, and she quote tweets it and says, "Thank you for sharing this. I hadn't seen Quackity talking about this until today."
So I ended up being in
Place in Creator Games 3. This video is in English, where he confirms that he was edited out of the top 3 as well. Thanks to Complicated LP for sharing. She then reposts a tweet from Time Magazine talking about this, and announced,
Oh my god, how times have fallen.
Complicated
Pun
LP for
unintended.
sharing. She then
Time fucking Magazine? We've reached a dark age. We truly have. If Time Magazine is doing reports on this shit, there's no coming back from this. It's only down from here.
reposts a tweet from Time magazine talking about this, and announces that she recently went on the H3 podcast to talk about the entire situation. Reboot Alaska responds to her by saying, "It's sad you were saying Mr. Beast discriminated against you for being a woman, when you also said your camera died, so they didn't have footage to use anyways. How else was he supposed to finish the video without the footage?" Really twisting the story.
Yeah, the main reason I want to watch this video too is apparently like Mr. Beast, after she came out with these things, Mr. Beast behind the scenes was trying to text her and be like, and trying to solve the issue and say like, hey, what's going on? And apparently Rosanna leaked Mr. Beast's texts, put him on blast live on Twitter, and said something on the lines of, if you can talk to me in private, you can talk to me in public too. Like, this bitch is crazy, so I'm interested to see, like, where those
to
are.
fit your victim narrative. She responds by saying, "Like I said on the H3 podcast, I had a GoPro strapped to my chest the entire time, and when my camera died, they said I could use my phone to film, so I did." She then tweets out a clip from her time on the H3 podcast with the caption, "Answering your questions. 1. Why didn't you reach out to Mr. Beast privately? 2. What if it was an editing mistake? 3. Have you talked to him since?"
Questions, genuine questions. They want to know what's going on. They want more details. I can't write back thousands of people online over and over again the same answer, clarifying.
That's why I want to do a good job of asking you questions that detractors will say, so that you have the opportunity to address them now.
Yeah, and that's what I want too, because I
also kind of just hate this. Why is she talking? Her victim complex is so strong on this. She's talking as if she's just a woman who's being oppressed, who's a victim of sexism, and she just doesn't have a platform to speak for herself. Her voice is so weak as a woman. Like, motherfucker, you got 14 million subs. You got 900K followers on Twitter. You are in the top 1.1%, you know? You have a bigger voice than 99% of people will ever get. I hate, why is she talking like this?
I physically can't write back everyone.
Yeah, of course.
And answer all these questions. It's just not possible. Right. And another question that I got was, well, why didn't you reach out to him privately?
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't you reach out? And
what does it matter if you reach?
Does she not have an answer to that?
Reach out to him privately. Is my question.
What do you mean? That's a very big deal to put someone on blast publicly, now making it like a thing and an accusation, as opposed to just, having a connection with a guy. And like, that's so much more cordial, and there's so much more malicious intent that you can prescribe to people who go publicly immediately with something instead of behind the scenes trying to work something out. I mean, what do you mean? There's a huge distinction there. What the fuck is Gila talking about?
What does it matter if you reach out to him privately?
That is literally everything.
Is my question.
The video was public.
Yeah.
I found out when it went public, and he didn't have the decency to contact me privately.
I mean, did you really feel, yeah, I guess it's a logical, fair statement to say, hey, he did this, he fucked me over publicly, so I'm gonna fuck him over publicly. I mean, I guess, but you don't know if he fucked you over necessarily. Like, why would, you don't know that yet. This isn't like a black and white thing where he fucked you over. You're just trying to understand, hey, what happened here? I got 3rd place, why'd you misrepresent that in the video? Like, I feel like that's very fair to say behind the scenes and not just put someone on blast publicly. That's a very normal thing to understand.
And tell me, hey, just to let you know, to make the video more entertaining, we cut you out. Mm-hmm. He didn't give me a heads up. And he lied. At first when it came out, I almost thought...
Dude! Oh, this is a good idea to watch this. Holy shit.
He lied. At first when it came out, I almost thought another thing people are saying is, well, what if it was just an editing mistake?
Yeah, is it possible that it wasn't done in bad faith, do you think?
You lied to us.
Oh. Okay. So these are all the thoughts that ran through my head when I watched the video for the first time. Because I liked him so much. I wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt. What
do you mean? You wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt. You didn't even talk. To my knowledge, you didn't even talk to him before putting him on blast publicly. You didn't even ask him, right?
I was shocked, I was confused, I was upset, and I was going, maybe this was a mistake, like, but...
Lerix, this is how you sounded when you were watching the Tom video. You're probably just baiting me, but... No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. You just disagreed with what I was saying. That's all. That's all. I would never be sorry.
Then he recorded voiceover, and he said a blatant lie. So the voiceover in the video at the very end part says, we found Logan Paul. I found Logan Paul literally 1 minute before Zach King.
Oh, so he's wait.
Yeah.
So he's trying to even make it sound like he did second place.
Didn't even. No, that never happened. Logan Paul was found while I was hiding. Hours.
Dude, that's so lame.
Hours before Zach
There's
King.
literally no reason for him to do that.
That is intentional. That's not a oopsies. That was intentional. And other people are like, well, have you talked to him? Have you reached out? And actually last night he did reach out to me.
So you didn't. I mean, yo, this is why this girl is indefensible and she deserves everything coming towards her. And why I don't feel bad about her just getting relentlessly shit on. Is because in one breath she says, you know, I really liked Jimmy. I really liked Mr. Beast. I wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt. But in the next breath saying that, oh yeah, I also didn't even reach out to him I didn't even reach out to him privately to even ask questions on why this happened before publicly putting him on blast in front of my 900K followers on Twitter. You're full of shit.
Oh.
And, oh my God, Ethan, I'm going to send you the messages.
Oh shit!
Wait,
I'm gonna send you the messages.
Mr.
Wait,
Beast?
hold on. Let me just.
But can I answer
You're
from
leaking the messages? You're so weird.
my point of view? When people say like, "Why don't you reach out?" Blah blah blah. The fact that she was in his video doesn't mean they're best friends and she has like a direct contact with him or has that kind of relationship even to be like, "Hey, buddy, what happened?" It's like it's not like that,
buddy.
You know.
What a stupid thing to say. What a stupid thing to say. Inherently, if you make something public, you are now not only making it a problem between you and the person you're calling out, you're now inviting the whole Coliseum stadium to watch you two fight and air out your problems. It is such a completely different connotation that I think if you were invited on Mr. Beast's video, you definitely owe him that, that courtesy. What are you talking about? What a stupid thing to say.
But also, like she said, the video is already out.
And the video is already out. The narrative is already out there. What does it matter?
She then posts another clip of her on the H3 podcast with the caption, Mr. Beast kept pressuring me to get on the phone with him and would not answer any of my questions in writing. When I asked him to send the raw footage, he went radio silent.
Messages. So this is... Oh, okay. Mike said he emailed him in. So right now, Mr. Beast wanted to get on the phone with me. He wanted me to give me his number and call him and talk it out. I don't feel comfortable communicating that way. And
I've met people like this. That is... Yeah, because I hate texting. I've met people like this. It's the most infuriating thing ever when people say, oh, I'm just not comfortable with talking, you know? That's how you know they're full of shit. That's how you know they're full of shit, because they can't actually articulate themselves or defend themselves genuinely. They have to, unironically, it sounds cringe, but sit behind a screen, you know, and type out their shit. That's so annoying. It's the most annoying thing ever. You don't feel comfortable talking on the phone? Yeah, because you know you can't defend yourself properly. That's the most annoying shit ever.
He wanted me to give me his number and call him and talk it out. I don't feel comfortable communicating that way, and here's why. He will not respond to me any of my questions in writing.
Oh, he knows.
He will only He keeps pushing it 3 times. You'll see, call him.
Girl, you are so right. People do that to me all the time too.
Same here.
Yeah.
Same here. Someone asks to call, I say, I don't have a phone, sorry.
The thing is,
write me.
I've been burned so many times by people doing that when I didn't know what anything.
You learned the hard way.
And then I go, hell no, right?
I guess. I mean, I guess so if you're speaking with someone who you know is very malicious. But I mean, Mr. Beast does not have a track record of, you know, being like this slimy guy behind the scenes. Why would you think he would be that malicious, you know? That he was going to say something. He was too worried about the words he was saying that he didn't want to put it in writing, but instead, that's just a very negative thing to think about someone. Like the reason why I say, because I want to talk anytime I have a problem with anyone, it's pick up the phone, let's talk, you know? Because you miss so much when you're just texting or emailing or on text. Like, you know, you miss so much, I don't know, nuances of talking. There's such a huge difference there. It's like really important, you know, to talk. But you have to have such a negative feeling about someone to think that they purposely are trying to call you and talk on the phone so they don't leave a trace. They don't leave a record of what they said on paper. And I just don't understand how she feels that how she feels Mr. Beast is that I don't know, disingenuous or malicious.
Only.
We're gonna need that answer in writing.
Yeah.
Yep,
and also texting is just so fucking annoying. The back and forth of texting paragraphs, especially when you have a disagreement with someone, the back and forth of texting paragraph and paragraph is the most exhausting shit ever. You know? Like when you get on the phone, you can get that shit done in like 10 minutes. Let's talk through it. Get this done. We got it. Going back and forth texting, you having to wait like 20 minutes till the other person replies and everything. It's the most like, especially when you promise them, it's so annoying.
Whatever he can say to me on the phone, he can say to me in writing.
Exactly.
And I know this, unfortunately, because I've been in entertainment for a really long time, and unfortunately, I was in a situation different than this, but someone did this to me, and I learned the hard way. And so I'm not doing that again. And I asked him flat out. I'll show you. Mike is sending over the messages. I asked why he lied. I asked him.
I mean, whatever. That's one thing. But also, why'd you leak the texts? Can we understand that? Like, why'd you leak the texts, though?
Won't
that seems
answer.
like
He says
very
he
weird
can't
behavior,
remember.
You know?
And so the very last message I sent him, I said, send me the raw footage and let's check the timeline. And I got radio silence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Because he's like, dude, that's...
Yeah, and also it's just further like perpetuating this narrative of like trying to make Jimmy out and Mr. Beast seem like a bad guy. Like, I think he was gonna set me up. Really, dude? You're really trying to like now you're just like saying shit about his character. You're just trying to like say these immoral guy inherently. Like in general.
Yeah, he knows if he puts... God knows what's in there, you know, if you sift through the whole damn... I mean, God.
Rosanna then shows those DMs she mentioned on the H3 pod.
Yeah, why did she show these? If he can say it to me on the phone, he could say it to me in writing. When I asked him to send over the raw footage to review the timeline, he went radio silent. Mr. Beast kept pressing me to get on the phone and refused to answer any of my questions in writing. Why did you leak this? This is such a self-report about her own character. What a weird, unironic, now you're being malicious and just trying to attack Mr. Beast by just leaking texts of him trying to reach out to you and talk on the phone. What a weird thing to do. Like, how does she really think this would be a good look on her? I mean, she got 32,000 likes somehow.
When she tweeted them out and said, if he can say it to me on the phone, he can say it in writing. When I asked him to send over the raw footage to review the timeline, he went radio silent. Mr. Beast kept pressing me to get on the phone and refused to answer any of my questions in writing. She then shares those messages, with the first one coming from Mr. Beast in response to her initial tweet on this, where he says, what's your phone number? I'd love to call and see if we can figure out what...
This is supposed to make Mr. Beast look bad? Surely Mr. Beast has got to said something worse than this.
what happened. She responds, "Hey Jimmy, my intention of speaking up is not to be malicious or create drama. I was really hurt by the editing decisions you made. Editing me."
This is this girl's problem. This is why this girl's indefensible. I was really hurt by the editing decisions you made. Fuck off, man. Fuck off. Are you kidding me?
Out of the top 3 and making me look like I performed worse than I did. Quackity was also edited out of
hide and seek YouTube video. Are you fucking kidding me?
The top 3, and he was also talked about. I have stayed silent for so long. It's causing me mental stress.
You stayed silent about being cut out of a Mr. Beast video.
And anguish. It's not mentally
I feel for you. I feel for you on that one.
Healthy for me to have someone make me look worse than I am to millions of people.
Oh my god, this victim complex. Let me just... It's causing me mental stress and anguish. It's not mentally healthy for me to have someone make me look worse than I am to millions of people. It's fucking hide and seek. What the fuck does that have to do with you as a person? That says nothing about... If you perform last or first in hide and seek, it says nothing about you as a person. It's the most meaningless thing in the world. What the fuck? Mental stress and anguish. I can't even wrap my head around this, dude. I can't. You know, oh my... It would be one thing, because if you guys are familiar with reality TV shows, like, what's one? Like Love Island. They make a lot of cuts to make people look worse than they actually do. But it's not make them look worse in something as stupid as hide and seek. It's make them look worse as in they make themselves look like a shitty person. Like, for example, if one girl would have a fight with like one guy at the house, they would only show specific footage of the girl going crazy to make her look like she was going insane for no reason, when in reality, she was being insane and like acting very aggressive because of something the guy did. But they wouldn't show what the guy did. They would only show the insane reaction from the girl to make her just look like an insane bitch. So that's something that I can at least be more sympathetic and understand someone being mad about. Like, hey, you made me look like a complete piece of shit when that's not me as a person. But this has nothing to do with you as a person. This is unbelievable.
Would never do that to a fellow creator. Mr. Beast responds, "Obviously I wasn't trying to make you look bad. Just give me a time we can chat. I'm not mad or anything, just want to help."
This was supposed to look this is supposed to make Mr. Beast look bad. How could you handle this better as Mr. Beast, you know? Like, there's no way he could have handled this better.
Responds, "Why did you lie? Why did you say in the video that you found Logan literally 1 minute before Zach? I outlasted Logan and was proud of what I accomplished. It actually built some confidence in myself that wasn't there before." He responds, "I don't know."
You built up confidence from getting third in a Mr. Beast hide and seek YouTube video?
Say in the video that you found Logan literally 1 minute before Zach. I outlasted Logan and was proud of what I accomplished. It actually built some confidence in myself that wasn't there before. He responds, "I don't know, been a while. Let's call and figure it out." She responds, "I'll give you some time to look into it. And remember, and then we can discuss. I'm more than..."
What a complete cunt. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Imagine dealing with a bitch like... Imagine marrying a bitch like this. God help whoever the fuck has the displeasure of being this woman's partner. Husband. Whatever the fuck. Holy shit.
happy to review all the raw footage to help show the timeline of events. Feel free to send it over to my team. Let me know. Gotts responds by saying, no one cares. To which Rose...
That is unbelievable, dude. That is unbelievable. What is up? It's getting crazier out there. You know, we just came off the back of the super mega drama. And then we get some shit like this? This woman is nuts.
Rosanna responds, true that. Lady Ario says, I don't know, been a while. It's so flippant and disrespectful. Jesus Christ. Gear Sounds responds, he is literally the most busy creator on earth. Asking such indignant questions is disrespectful. Making accusations is disrespectful. Rosanna responds, all entrepreneurs are busy. He is not better than anyone else. I didn't make any accusations. He lied and I directly asked him why he did it. He avoided the question. Rosanna then posts a black image with white text saying, when I asked for the raw footage, Mr. Beast went radio silent.
And this is like the meme. The black dramatic box. Only text to see. When I asked for consent, Mr. Beast went radio silent. And he just stuck it in.
Warren responds by saying,
Truly
something ironic
behavior.
is saying he's radio silent while you refuse to take a phone call. Rosanna responds, it's not ironic, it's strategic. I learned about this in my college business class. My professor said to always try to establish a paper trail via text, email to protect yourself. It's very common in business. Avoiding meetings in person or over the phone is just smart in business. He knows what's in the footage. He'll never give my team the raw footage to review timestamps. It will show what I said it true. Temo responds to Rosanna by saying, 38 years old and the biggest highlight of your career is clout chasing. Rosanna responds, nope, I'm just old and don't give a crap anymore. It's awesome. Rare Hunter Tyler responds,
why is she cope posting to random spurgs? Like, why is there this many tweets of this girl coping about this? Yeah, you're really so unaffected. And you're so confident in yourself. Ignoring the irony in that of her fucking saying that it's a confidence boost for her to get third in a Mr. Beast hide and seek video. And then it was causing her mental strain and anguish that he didn't show that she actually got third and instead that she got fourth. My bad. But yeah, that's the girl who doesn't give a crap anymore. This is the girl that's so unaffected, responding to random spurgs with no followers constantly. Not putting down her phone.
Rosanna responds, nope, I'm just old.
She's been cope tweeting nonstop. Jeez.
And don't give a crap anymore. It's awesome. Rare Hunter Tyler
yeah, she really doesn't care, guys.
Responds to her by saying, I have evidence that Rosanna is getting paid by YouTube to bring this up 2 years after the fact to try and take heat off of the Sniper Wolf situation. She quote tweets him and says, oh no, whatever you do, please don't expose me. Just kidding. This is one of the funniest lies I've seen in years. Please.
Why are you even responding to this? That's like the most insane thing I've heard in my life. Like, obviously this guy's a random tard, like Spurg. I have evidence that Rosanna's getting paid by YouTube to bring this up after 2 years after the fact to try to take this heat off of Sniper Wolf situation. I mean, that's as conspiratorial as saying like fucking, you know, 9/11 was fake. Actually, like 9/11 being an inside job is more believable than whatever the fuck this guy just said. So why would you even respond to this? Like this... Please post this proof immediately. Like, why are you even taking this a little seriously?
Please post this proof immediately.
Yeah, you're
she then posts another clip of her on the H3 podcast
so much don't care.
With the caption, it's shady to not be comfortable having something in writing. Anything you can say to me on the phone, you can say in writing. A common tactic in business is to do everything over the phone.
What does Rosanna do again? Bake fucking cookies? I don't know, but she has 14 million subscribers. She's a ultra millionaire,
so that there is no record. I don't play that game. And before I show this clip, it is 6 minutes long, so I will be segmenting it in the...
And I didn't say bake cookies just because she's a woman. That's literally like her YouTube channel.
Timeline below as a chapter if you want to skip through it and get to the tweets that come afterwards. Anyways, with that being said, here's the clip.
Text, right?
He keeps pressuring me to get on the phone with him, and it's because he can say whatever he wants on the phone to me, lie to me, and then deny everything he said.
You must think so poorly of someone to think that they would behave like that. You must think so bad about someone to think that they're maliciously trying to call you so they don't have to say anything in writing so they can lie to you. Like, and then deny anything he said. Like, how have you formed such this negative construction of an association with Mr. Beast? How could you think this poorly of the guy? What, like, really? What actions has he done to show that he would behave like that? Because he edited out your part in the hide and seek video? Like, this is absurd.
It's a smart business tactic. He's a smart guy. He's a businessman.
Cynical though.
Yeah.
I mean,
and I learned the hard way. I
would say that you denying the phone call is a smart move.
Yeah.
Did H3 really have this girl on and not like not bring any contentious at all? Like he like not disagree with her at all? And not bring up any fair critiques of her and this story and how she's been behaving, schizo posting about this? Did he really just have a dick suck session for an hour on his stream? Really, dude? That would be so pathetic. If they didn't even argue with her or ask like meaningful questions and kind of argue and get it back and forth a little bit. That would be so pathetic.
Because I feel like we've all had something like that happen to us. And so now we know. Once it happens to you, you know.
Can I give you a next level tip? Because this is what I did to BBTV.
Yeah, I'd love it.
If here's the best part, right? You can use that against them. I had this problem with BBTV where they had not paid me a ton of money they owed me. It's all resolved now, so I'm not trying to go after them. But because they were in Canada, and you got to check wherever he's calling from, there are tons of places that are one-party consent, which means you can record it. And so when I got on the phone with them, they're being like overly frank. They're being overly aggressive. They're being overly,
You want to check out the H3,
you know, they're saying it all like, hey, you know, this is what it is.
Has
and
anyone
so
seen it? Is
by
it good
recording
content?
that legally,
Does
then
he
you-
say any retarded shit?
you get their asses even harder.
Yo, shout out to the $5 donation. Appreciate it. Bro, you need to tell Optimus to do commentary crusade Hassan Abi. I personally don't like doing commentary crusades. I like doing my own stuff, you know, so that's up to him. But he actually needs to be stopped. He's way too weird and hypocritical. Yeah, I recently saw this interview he did on Piers Morgan, and it was just so embarrassing. But yeah, appreciate it. $5. Seriously, the donations have been really cool tonight. Thank you.
But I don't. Jimmy's in where Iowa or something. I mean, here. Let's see.
Yeah, I
that's
just
fine.
like sticking to my own stuff. I don't know. I don't like collabing much.
Roseanne responds, nope, I'm just old and don't give a crap anymore. It's awesome. Rare.
What the fuck just happened?
Text, right? I was really hurt by the editing decision you made. Editing me out of the top 3 and making me look like I performed worse than I did felt awful. Quack.
Good one, fucking YouTube. Come on. Come on.
I had this problem with BBTV where they had not paid me a ton of money they owed me. It's all resolved now, so I'm not trying to go after them. But
1.5
because they were in Canada, and you got to check wherever he's calling from, there are tons of places that.
Dude, holy shit, fucking YouTube. Good one. Come on.
A next level tip, because this is what I did to BBTV.
Yeah, I'd love it.
If here's the best part, right? You can use that against them. I had this problem with.
What the fuck is
I don't-
this?
Jimmy's in where Iowa or something. I mean,
Okay.
Here, let's see. That's fine.
I think
So he says,
we're
"What's your phone number? I'd love to call and see if we can figure out what happened." You responded.
Your message is so sweet. I like it.
He said, "You said, hey Jimmy, my intention of speaking up is not to be malicious or create drama. I was really hurt by the editing decision you made. Editing me out of the top 3
Why
and
the
making
fuck
me
is
look like
Pokimane
I
here
performed
for
worse than I
this?
did felt awful. Quackity was also edited out of the top 3. Oh wait, Quackity.
Wait, he talked about it?
Whoa.
Yes, he
Not
talked
even
about
I
this.
didn't know. That's what I was also shocked by, because
I have a clip on my.
I don't know
on
if
my
I've ever seen a
Twitter.
creator with more engagement than Quackity. Like, he's huge. It's just
I can't wait to see Pokimane's take on this. Wow. Glad that we got the real insightful ones here.
in like a more like the Spanish sector. So maybe Mr. Beast was like, oh, that doesn't overlap. I don't know.
That's
But
crazy.
I'm surprised I didn't hear that. Yeah.
And then he didn't even
Here.
get top 3.
So I didn't know this. A fan actually sent me this.
Can you
But
send
I
that to
guess
Dan and we'll open it?
Yeah, send us the link.
A year ago, Quackity talked about it. And I didn't know that he had talked about it. And I'm really happy someone sent me that, because it was at least somebody kind of collaborating.
Yeah, for sure.
Collaborating.
Can't pronounce collaborating. Maybe I'm being too harsh now, but like, Jesus, woman.
Corroborate.
You're new to this kind of
You're
drama.
really new to
I have
drama.
corrob-
The legalities, yeah.
I have
So
I
it was
know
just
corrob-
nice to have, like, I didn't even know that existed. So it was just nice to, Like in my story, I was saying Quackity was second, and that's what he's saying in the video. And he was so confused, too. Like, what?
So, what place did he say Quackity got?
Second.
Oh,
No, he didn't say that he got second, but that's what he he technically
He
got
says
first.
it in the video. He goes like,
Oh.
Who did Mr. Beast say? Like,
oh, who?
In the video, what place did he get?
Who are the top 3 in the video?
Oh, I don't know what he placed in.
Okay, Boblex, I'm sorry, but why'd you include this in your video? What
the
relevance
video.
is this? This clip sucks.
Yeah,
First one?
Maybe 4th?
Wait, he got editing decision you made, editing me out of the top 3, making it look like I performed worse than I did, felt awful. Quackity was also edited out of
He's
the
gotta
top
be swimming in fucking money though. 30-minute video, dude. He's getting a big paycheck out of this.
3. And he also talked about it. I've stayed silent for so long, it's causing me mental stress and anguish. It's not mentally healthy for me to have someone make me look worse than I am to millions of people. I would never do that to a fellow creator. He said, obviously, I wasn't trying to make you look.
H3, you read that schizophrenic text and you didn't laugh at all? Come on, H3. H3. We know you. You're the same guy who did chestnuts roasting on an open... Where is it? I fucking literally just searched. Chestnuts roasting H3. You're this guy. Give me the fucking clip.
Here it is. Sorry, my bad. Here it is.
Probably. And I'm sure everyone in the world
Great clip.
because I want to go live because this is what pain looks like. This is what it looks like. Okay? This is what it looks like.
Okay, come on.
Fuck the fucking internet.
Okay, is it gonna play the fucking clip?
Fuck the constant exploitation and objectification.
Okay, can you...
Why?
What is going on with you?
Play the fucking clip.
Don't mind me.
When does it happen?
If you are able to look at women who are not selling themselves or benefiting off of
What is
being
going on
seen
with
sexually,
Okay, basically what I'm saying is that H3, you're this guy. You know, you were watching Cutie Cinderella because this was the drama about how that one guy got caught jerking off to AI porn of streamers. You know what I mean? And Cutie Cinderella's reaction, which is weird, but her reaction was to get on stream crying, acting like this was way bigger of a deal, over-exaggerating it to such a huge extent. And it's hilarious. There's comedy in this. It's fucking great. And that's why H3 had to laugh at this. But this is like a very comparable situation where she is making a stratosphere. She's making a solar system out of a molehill. She's making such a huge deal about this over something that is so fucking ridiculous. And you just read her saying that this caused her mental anguish, that she was cut out of a hide and seek video, and you didn't have anything to say about that other than, man, I understand your pain. Like I can summarize. Like, really, dude? You don't have anything to say about that?
Make me look worse than I am to millions of people. I would never do that to
Like,
a
that's so absurd.
fellow creator. He said, obviously, I wasn't trying to make you look bad. Just give me a time we can chat. I'm not mad or anything. Just want to help. You responded.
Yeah, the fact she leaked these two to think that this would make Mr. Beast look bad. What were you thinking?
Why did you lie? Why did you say in the video that you found Logan Paul literally 1 minute before Zach? I outlasted Logan and was proud of what I accomplished. It actually built some confidence in myself that wasn't there before.
How would she think this is a good look?
Yeah, I see. He says, I don't know. It's been a while. Let's call and figure
That's
it
wild. That's wild. I don't know, been a while. And I mean,
What do you mean that's wild? Why the fuck is Pokimane here?
you're being so vulnerable by saying that. So I wish he affirmed your feelings a bit more.
You.
I just tried to stand up. My body's so fucking sore. But what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Are you kidding me? Oh, you were being so vulnerable. You were being so vulnerable, saying on how affected and you know, how much mental pain it caused you that you got cut out of this video. I feel for you. Like, what?
You were being so vulnerable by saying that. So
Sore from Jamal's visits? Yeah.
I wish he affirmed your feelings a bit more.
You respond.
I wish he affirmed your feelings more. Pokimane, you deserve the worst.
Experience.
I'll give you some time to look into it and remember, and then we can discuss. I'm more than happy to review all the raw footage that helps show the timeline of events. Feel free to send it over to my team. Let me know.
And then he just goes silent and hasn't written me back all day.
Yeah.
That was last night.
Do you know what the thing is, too? I think she had every intention of leaking these DMs as she was thinking about what she was going to say. Because, seriously, the way she's talking is so PR here. Hey, Jimmy, I was really hurt by the editing decisions you made. Editing me, like, she's talking as if she knows that she's going to leak these DMs. This girl is, this girl is actually malicious.
I mean, okay. We didn't get the video link. I know I saw it somewhere. Where was it?
And
I saw it in our
H3
document
has
somewhere.
nothing to say.
Oh, it's my newest tweet.
I feel so sorry for you, Queen. Really?
Yeah, Mike said he's having a hard time at our hotel internet. I'm so sorry,
Your
guys.
internet's great, by the way.
Yeah, the calls were like...
Yeah.
Rosanna then posted this clip with the caption, "Vlog footage from the Creator Games. This was filmed before I found out that Lerix had been disqualified for falling asleep and had not moved in some time, meaning I was third. It's weird to watch this now because at the time I was so happy. I was glowing."
So when I came down the first floor, I was hiding underneath like a metal staircase, and I could hear people going up and down it.
God, how much has she tweeted about this? She retweeted Keemstar? What is this? 3 years ago today, Rosanna was the tragic victim of being edited out of a hide-and-seek competition. Today, she's decided to speak up so that others are not met with the same tragedy. This is her story. So she's like now just like trying to play into the meme. I hate when people do this. They try to act like, oh, I'm just playing along with the joke, even though you just schizo-posted and acted insane for the last 24 hours. Like, no, you can't now play this off. You know? You can't, like, act like you're in on the meme. You're insane. Hey, everyone, I just want to take a moment to say, please do not feel like you need to defend me against Mr. Beast fans. Their hate is predictable. Dude, she's so unlikable. Their hate is predictable, and they use it to scare others from speaking up. What are you saying? What do you mean speaking up? About fucking what? In many cases it works, but not here. Speaking my truth has found me peace. I will fully support others who speak their truths. Time has a way of bringing light things that best remain in the dark. How is she getting like so many likes about this though? Like, thanks for all the love. As she's on vacation, basking in the fucking... Kill me. Kill me. This is the equivalent of that one Lex Updog photo of her posing with her new Jeep. You know, after claiming that she was homeless and had no money and was broke. And that Super Mega, you know, made her homeless. This is the same energy. Enjoying my delicious pina colada with some beautiful ocean views. Jesus. Yeah.
And then Jimmy told us to move again, so I jumped into an x-ray machine and I was hiding in there, and then he said we had to move to where the mannequins were.
I
on
was
this
glowing. This is her glowing, guys.
side of the stadium, and I think I was already on that side, but I didn't know that. And so I got out of the x-ray machine right when Jimmy is driving by on a golf cart. Just, oh my gosh, just bad luck. But I made it to top floor, fourth place. So I'm really proud of myself because that's just a miracle. Never thought I would make it this far, and this has been an amazing day. Like, what is my life? This is incredible. Thank you, Jimmy.
She then tweets out, question, why do you care if you didn't win anyways? Answer, this is such a selfish mindset. It's not about me. I feel bad for Quackity too. His performance was also messed with.
It's not just about me. I'm standing up for a principle, you know? I'm defending other people. Look at Quackity. He was fucked over too. What a bitch.
I am a team player. I believe in good sportsmanship. I care because we were told
Put her in the real Squid Game.
the game was fair and honest, and it wasn't. We were competing for $1 million to give away to our communities. That is life-changing money. We all wanted to win to give back to those who have supported us. It's beyond disrespectful to mess with that. Based on several messages I've received from other large creators, the same and worse has been done to them too. I have found my voice and will support others who find theirs. Def Noodles responds with a picture of a man gradually turning himself into a clown in 4 steps, with the captions, maybe if I accept an invitation to be in a Mr. Beast video, dislike the way it was edited, stay quiet about for 2 years, then I can use it for attention and sympathy on the internet. She responds, this is hilarious. Yes, my master plan is working perfectly. Keemstar then tweets about this when he says, Rosanna Pizzino is a psychopath! How can you be so self-absorbed that you publicly trying to cancel someone for not getting credit and coming 3rd place in hide and go seek? Keep in mind, she was in 4th place, and one person got disqualified for falling asleep. Crazy woman! She quote tweets him and says, Mr. Beast's friends aren't sexist. Mr. Beast's friends. She then crazy woman! She quote tweets him and
How is this sexist? Can we just all like take a minute to try to understand this? This is sexism and she ratioed him? Oh my god, man. What am I doing? Oh man. You know, it's shit like this that just, you don't want to go on the internet, you know? This is the type of shit that makes you want to fucking log off forever. This is sexist. He's calling her a psychopath, saying she's a retard for complaining about coming to 3rd place, and that's saying that she didn't even come in 3rd place, she only came in 4th place, but then one person got disqualified. Is the crazy woman part what she's talking about being sexist? Man, she is pathetic. Just grasping at any straw possible. What a disgusting.
Says, Mr. Beast's friends aren't sexist. Mr. Beast's friends. She then tweets out a gif of a girl saying, physics! And captions it by saying, Mr. Beast fans doing math. Standing up for yourself plus facts equals clout chasing. She then shares a 5-second video of her sleeping with her dog and says, just living that clout chasing life. P. Jeopard responds by saying, there's no way at 38 years old.
These people, this kind of person is the worst. 38 years old, by the way. Man. Just give it up if you're like this at 36, dude.
This is your career highlight. Rosanna responds, beg to differ. Blueberry Muffin is the best cuddler in the world. LM30 responds by saying, clout chasing at 40 is crazy.
Yeah, meanwhile, this is the girl who said that she's so unaffected and she doesn't care so much. She's so self-confident in herself. Meanwhile, like responding to so many fucking spurgs that Bo Blacks can make a 30-minute video out of this bitch.
Responds, that's my brand, cookies and clout. She then tweets out about her current vacation in Hawaii, and then says, the amount of DMs I'm receiving from people with similar stories. People, know that you are not alone. You are seen and your experiences are valid. She then promotes
Dude, are you fucking kidding me? The amount of DMs I'm receiving from people with similar stories, please know that you are not alone. You are seen and your experiences are valid. What am I witnessing? You know, like, what am I witnessing? What do you even say to this?
From people with similar stories. People, know that you are not alone. You are seen and your experiences are valid. She then promotes a brand new song cover she made and uploaded to her YouTube channel, and then continues tweeting
you know what you're doing. You just know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. By wording your statements like that.
Mr. Beast when she says, I think it confuses people that I don't have a motive. I don't want anything. I'm just speaking truths that I've held in for years. I'm sorry that the truth upsets people, but it is what it is. I'm the happiest I've ever been in life. I'm getting older and just don't care. She then promotes her song cover again, and Jack responds by saying, so all that crying and bitching was just to promote your crappy song? She responds, I release a video every Saturday. Haven't missed an upload in 11 years. This was scheduled for Halloween weekend on the—
Oh, okay, but this is disingenuous. I know someone in the chat was saying earlier that it was convenient timing that she brought up all of this and then the next day released her new music video or whatever. If she does upload a video every Saturday and that's been her schedule for years, yeah, I don't think it's not unique that she suddenly released a video. It sucks. Believe me, I don't want to defend this girl at all, but that's just not a good critique. And it's important to point out stupid critiques of people because then that makes our side look bad. You know, you want to attack the correct shit, you know, because if you start muddying the water with stupid arguments, you just make all of us look bad.
A full moon way in advance. You were grasping at anything to get mad at me about.
That's what she's done. I mean, she's a perfect example of that. she had an initial fair critique of Mr. Beast misrepresenting what went on in his video, and she was a little bit annoyed by that. But because of the way she's behaved, that now has made her look like a schizophrenic bitch, you know, and has completely gotten the whole internet's tide to shift against her. So that's like really important.
Me speaking up hurt your feelings. You can leave at any time. Matt responds by saying, didn't hurt feelings, just the whole time frame of it all. You could have spoken up months ago, but you had to get a marketing team behind it. She quote tweets him and says, I don't have a marketing team or a publicist. It's just me. I'm dyslexic and don't even run my calendar. I think you were giving me way too much credit. Thank you? Keemstar then quote tweets her and says, yes.
Don't give people ammo to deflect. Exactly. That's the perfect way to put it. Exactly.
Maybe you upload every Saturday.
And that happens like every single time too. It's very hard, because that's the majority of mistakes people make, but that's so fucking important.
Fine, but you don't normally upload music videos every Saturday, do you? And just because you upload every Saturday doesn't mean that you didn't pick the time to speak out against Mr. Beast right before you knew you had this music video coming out. We are adults! She quote tweets him and says, I did a cover of a song from 1969. Nice. Do you really think that's the video I would time for my clout tour?
Keemstar, this just isn't the correct angle to hit this at, you know? There's so much to criticize this girl for. Don't start muddying the water.
Come on, Keem. This is like the most lukewarm tea you've covered in a while. Your poor audience is going to fall asleep. He quote tweets her and says, since you are so good at hide and go seek, I challenge you to the Twitter version. You hide first. She then responds by saying, I'd play, but you'd probably just rig the game anyways. Keemstar responds, found you. You are out.
Dude, I'd play, but you'd probably just rig the game anyway? Why'd she say that? It's because of Keemstar of David's close associations with the religion, including...
And then screenshots this and attaches it to his previous tweet with the caption, just want to make sure she gets...
I wanted to make the meme, but dude, I'm too scared about getting kicked off of YouTube. I've seen too many people get kicked off YouTube for, you know, Jew memes.
Fred for placing it first and last place. Keemstar then continues to joke about the situation when he says, Mr. Beast cut me from the paintball video. Multiple different YouTubers were in the video that were involved in the paintball tournament. I had to do commentary, and they didn't show me doing commentary, just the audio. Everyone thinks Mr. Beast is a great guy for curing the blind, healing the deaf, cleaning the oceans, planting the trees, feeding the homeless, giving people tons of money. However, could he be a good person at all if he cut me out of the paintball vid? I think not! Thank you to everyone showing me support during this difficult time. Apparently, there's been a GoFundMe made for my suffering that has raised over $50K. I appreciate those who have...
I mean, regardless though, I mean, it is good to have Keemstar of being someone at his status, like, consistently call out these people though. It's why I like Moist Critical a lot, because he's such a huge YouTuber and he still talks about like little spurgy kind of like internet drama and gives good takes the majority of the time. You know, I mean, Keemstar's got 2.6 million followers on Twitter, so like his poll is
donated, but my suffering was at least $2.5 million worth of pain, so step it up. Burger King Boy 34 then responds to Keemstar by adding Rosanna and asking her, what's your end game? Why wait 2 years? What are you trying to get out of this? Money because you suck and couldn't win first? Jealous that he has so many subscribers and meets all these celebrities? Jealous that people don't talk about you? What's your catch, kid? Rosanna responds, I think it confuses people that I don't have a motive. I don't want anything. I'm just speaking truths that I've held in for years. I'm sorry that the truth upsets people, but it is what it is. I'm the happiest I've ever been in life. I'm getting older and just don't care. Burger King...
That's so transparent. I'm the happiest I've ever been in my life. I'm getting older and just don't care. Yeah, we can see that. We can see that. You don't care so much you have to tell people and also stay on your phone all fucking day. You know, like, the moments I'm happiest in my life, even when people fuck me over, I don't talk about it. Because I have so many other great things going on in my life. The times when people fuck me over, it's completely irrelevant in the grand scheme of things because things are going so good for me. So that's so transparent to say. But the times when I've been at the shittiest, I want to complain about everything, you know? Everything starts to become a problem. Everything starts to become annoying. And I want to lash out at fucking everyone, you know?
King Boy responds, if you don't have a motive, then props.
Yeah, holding on to 2 years about resentment in a freaking hide and seek game. Yeah, that's someone who's the happiest they've ever been in life.
And you will earn the respect. Just can't have you being one of those guys / girls that are after the money or fame. So props to you, miss, if this is true. She responds, I understand that completely. I have plenty of money. There are some articles in Forbes about my ventures if you ever want to Google them. And I don't care about fame. I do love working on sets. Very fun. I have friends from all walks of life, and I spend most of my time with my family. My sister and I are besties. Life is...
Like, when you have to justify... when you have to try to convince people how good your life is, it's probably a pretty good sign to show that you're coping about it. And it's not really as good as you're saying. When you have to convince people, I I have a great job. I have a ton of money in the bank. You know, I spend most of my time with family. I'm doing great. Life is really good. When you have to tell people that, it's a very alarming sign to show that it doesn't really seem to be the case the majority of the time. You know, because of course, if life is that good, I mean, why the fuck do you care to justify it to some random spurg called Burger King Giannis 30 fucking 4 on Twitter who gets 1 like, you know?
Good. And it definitely looks like life is good for her right now, as she's having a great time in Hawaii, while MrBeast is scrambling to get hundreds of hours of raw footage from a project that he uploaded 2 years ago. I'm sure he still has that on his hard drive. This whole situation.
Yeah, it's a weird game she's playing, because on one side she's trying to really act like the victim who's been so heavily affected by MrBeast here, saying that her mental health has negatively affected her life so much, but at the same time on the other side of her mouth say how great her life is. It just seems like a very weird cope. Like, you're trying to play both games here and it's not fucking working. You're trying to be the ultra hurt victim who's been treated so poorly, but at the same time try to be the badass to be like, I don't really care about these things, you know, it's not really a big deal. I'm living a great life, I'm doing great. You know, it doesn't really work when you can't have both. You can't do both. You gotta pick one.
It's just so ridiculous. I definitely understand being upset with how MrBeast edited that video and how he manipulated facts to make it more fast-paced and entertaining for a 12-minute video, but I honestly feel like this is something that should have been dealt with 2 years ago, preferably in private, but maybe even publicly would be okay too.
Thank you. See, Boblax had the good take that I was looking for in Tom's video, that I think Tom's video lacked, where Boblax had the good take here, acknowledging he can understand how someone could be a little bit annoyed by the way that MrBeast decided to portray the video, portraying you in a negative light when that wasn't really the real case of events. But at the same time, like, you're making yourself look like a freak.
I highly doubt MrBeast was deliberately trying to take credit away from her because he has something against her or women, like some of these tweets liked by Rosanna are suggesting, but that's just my opinion. And if you have any differing opinion, I would love to hear it in the comment section below. We are also—
I wonder if Boblax is ever going to go more into an opinion piece route. I mean, he could do it. He can do it, you know? Maybe, like, switch up his videos, like, half of the video be the information in Twitter verses, because that's the main pull for his channel, and then have the other, like, 7-minute, like, if you make a 15-minute video, 7-minute video is talking about the events and the Twitter and the tweets, and then the rest of the half is giving your take on it. I think that would actually be a really good system to implement for Boblax. I hope he does that, because that could help him a lot in the long run, because then they'll bring more of a personality pull to his content, which is better long-term for sustaining a career on YouTube. But yeah, that's basically that situation. That's essentially everything I kind of wanted to cover on stream. Is anything else even going on? I mean, I'll check out Diorio's fucking Twitter real quick. He usually has the main memes going on. Rosanna, fucking Boogie. They don't know I came in third in a MrBeast video. We literally do not care. Risky for him. Having an opinion can be tough. I mean, yeah. I think, well, it depends. If you have a retarded opinion, yeah, it can be rough. But I think for the most part, because Boblax is a very, you know, middle-of-the-road guy, which necessarily isn't a bad thing. I think it's the majority of situations, there's both sides to critique. So, if he just continues the way his takes and usually are, he should be fine. Like, critiquing both sides, saying, hey, I can understand this, but also there's parts to critique here. I think he'll be golden with that. He'll be great. Because that's the approach that I'm trying to take too. And, you know. But what is this? Oh, I saw this. Dude, I'm fucking Alex talked about this situation. That is so funny. I don't know if it's just been selective hearing, because I don't hear about I'm Alex much these days. But when I do hear about him, he's giving some good take, you know? He's given some good take, which probably in the grand scheme of things, it's a broken clock is twice right a day kind of thing. But he says, I'm sorry, but these posts are insane. You can argue he shouldn't have manipulated the video like that, although he does this with every video and everyone knows it. But it's not this deep, lol, and you will not convince me otherwise. Dude, I'm Alex. Redemption arc. It's good to see. Yeah, that Keem tweet we saw. Jake Lucky. Guys, I was in a MrBeast video and I placed 23rd, but in the video they put me 25th. The only thing that matters is the person who got first and the money. I mean, to a certain extent, none of it kind of matters. Well, if you're earning money, yeah, that does matter if you're getting first. But it's a stupid video at the end of the day. But yeah, as I said before, I can understand being disturbed by it, but disturbed is a stupid word. Annoyed by it. But it's not like a big deal. We should cancel him, yeah. I mean, Jake Lucky, if I have to agree with Jake Lucky, you know the other side is retarded. You know? If I have to agree with this guy. And then Tom's tweet. But yeah. She has to be trolling, right? Like leaning into the Me Too memes, right? Yeah, seriously. I'm sorry that the truth upsets people, but it is what it is. Even this whole format, the way she's talking, the format, it's unbelievable. But yeah. Good stuff. Doesn't want drama, refuses Mr. Beast's phone call, posts DMs to Twitter, real good faith actor here. So fucking, damn, this tweet blew up. So fucking true. Yeah, literally. She's so full of shit. So full of drama. There's something else she said. I'm kind of blanking on it right now. That was so hypocritical. She said, I can't remember it, but yeah. She talks on each side of her mouth. Yeah, she's trying to be the victim, but at the same time say how good her life is. I mean, we know she's a pattern of doing the similar shit. But yeah, no, that's essentially all the things I want to cover on stream today. Not a ton else going on to my knowledge, but this is a great piece of drama. Appreciate you all guys coming out. I want to keep these streams relatively short to 2 hours ish. Just get in and out. Appreciate all the donations. Actually, had a decent amount of donations this stream. Appreciate it a lot, and especially on the second smaller channel. But thank you guys for coming out. I'll see you guys maybe tomorrow or consistency. You know, I'm trying to get the consistency back up. Appreciate you all. And unironically, I appreciate you guys disagreeing in the chat too. It makes it more entertaining and fun because then I have like other people to argue with, and I get the opposing side of arguments live that I can go back and forth on. So no, appreciate you guys coming out. Hope you're enjoying the streams. But yeah, I'm enjoying them. Good stuff. And I'll see you